Hey YouTube, this is Just One, and I got an update on my fancy goldfish. Been about a week since I did a video, I think. So since then, Pumpkin and Peanut went through their little mating deal. They're spawning again, and Peanut was shooting eggs all over the place, even though she's so young. Pumpkin was chasing her all over and forcing her into the plants until she shoot the eggs out, but Pumpkin was also nipping Peanut's anal fins. I think she was trying to, or he was trying to eat the eggs as they were coming out. But he tore up her fins pretty good in the back. It's hard to get a shot of them. Every time I get close, I think I'm going to feed, so they keep an eye on me. So I've been doing more constant water changes every other day. I've been doing 10 to 15 gallons. And I've been adding Artemis, microbe lift Artemis, trying to make sure that, he heals or she heals up good. I don't want any infections, no fungus or fin rot or anything crazy. And I've amped up the feeding schedule also. I'm feeding them quite a bit more, a couple times more a day. Adding another feeding of the Super Gold in there. I've been feeding them beef heart in the morning. I've been feeding them frozen bloodworms about lunchtime, and I've been feeding them frozen bloodworms again at night with Super Gold in between, and the American Aquarium products Omnivore in between. So I give them the Fluval bug bites as a snack here and there, and I've also been feeding them peas more often. Zucchini here and there, but they don't seem to like that as much as they like the peas. But I'm trying to get a little more growth out of them, especially Peanut. I'd like to see her get a little more size. She's getting fatter, but I'm trying to get her when to grow. But they're all happy besides the little spawning incident. Had me a little worried. Peanut looked a little stressed during the whole thing. She's not as fast as the other goldfish. She's fast, but not as fast as they are, I guess. I thought she was until Pumpkin was pushing her into the bushes without a problem. Reggie, he's grown quite a bit. He's getting that nice arch on his back. Nice round belly. It's getting a really good shape to him. He loves the beef heart. And so does Peanut. Pumpkin and Tank, they're not too crazy about it. I think I keep putting it in there though, and they'll take to it. But Tank, sorry, I found out he's a she also. But she eats plenty. The other fish are lucky to get something. If Tank shows up to the meal, watch out. Pumpkin's growing too. His wen is really starting to fill in. His face was looking really narrow for a long time. Now that wen's starting to grow in, when he looks at you, see, he's starting to look good. It's starting to fill in nice. I'm hoping in a couple more months it'll be nice and full. The only reason I know that Tank's a female is because Pumpkin was trying to push up on her too. She's just too big for him. Too big for the little guy. Peanut's starting to get a nice little pad on his head. Little wind starting to come in. Not much of one, but you can see it. He's just a little guy. He's only about 3 months old, if that. These two got a little age on him. They're 4 months old, I think. I got Peanut October 26th, and he was really small, not very old. He had a lot of black on him. He's lost almost all his black except for the tips of his tail and a little spot on his lip. I'm sad to see it go, but it's not a big deal as long as he's healthy or she's healthy and, you know, well shaped. The plants are doing really good. Well, most of them. You know, a lot of new growth on them. My water lily's really starting to come out. They like to throw rocks on it, the little heathens. I have this one now, and it's not doing so well. I forget the name of it, but the leaves you can almost see through. I have one really green leaf on it, and the rest of them are not looking that hot. I'm about to take it out. And I'm getting these spots that I think are snail damage on a lot of leaves. Or maybe the pleco is doing it. Because I've been dosing Flourish and the liquid carbon, or the liquid CO2. And these are the plants that they like the most. That's why I think it's them. That's what the snails and the pleco are on the most, are these broadleaf plants. And they're the ones with the dots. They've been tearing up my shrimp also a lot, the goldfish. So I'm thinking about starting a shrimp tank. See if we can find any in here. They haven't eaten them all. I think I'm going to start a ghost shrimp tank. Try my hand at breeding them in a 10-gallon. Just so I have live food that I know where it comes from to feed them. You know, every day or every couple days. I've been doing some research and it doesn't look that hard. And LED grow lights are pretty cheap for a 10-gallon. And all you really need is a air pump and a sponge filter or a corner filter. So I've ordered that, and I also ordered a internal filter and pump, water pump, so I make a little bit of a current inside of the tank for the plants. So I'm going to get some more Java moss. I have some plants arriving today, 25 stems of something like this Brazilian waterweed. And it has a crazy name that I can't pronounce. I'll give it to you guys on the next video. It'll be in my tank. But I think I'm going to add that to the shrimp tank when I make it too. Water's a little cloudy right now from adding that Artemis, the microblift Artemis, to help Peanut's fins heal. And I just fed them. Like, I start feeding them at 6 o'clock in the morning. I give them their first feeding, which is the beef heart. And right now it's about 10 o'clock and they've eaten 3 times by 10 o'clock. So like I said, I've upped their feedings. Everything's a quality food. I'm not feeding any pellets. You know, I'm thinking about adding sweet potato to their diet. I've been reading about that, and I'd like to add some starches and some carbs from from what I read, is just fat. It's like what's around their liver and their pancreas, the same tissue. So it's like a fatty tissue, like stored energy, you know, and you get that from carbs. So I'm thinking if I add the sweet potato or something, with maybe pasta. I heard they eat pasta and they eat eggs, egg whites. Maybe if I start adding that to their diet, they'll get their wens will start growing a little better, a little fuller. But I feed so much, I also remember I change the water a lot. I do a lot of water changes. So I run through a lot of Flourish for the plants. I run through a lot of the liquid CO2. I run through a lot of Prime, C-Chem Prime, and a lot of C-Chem Stability because of all the water changes. You know, when they get bigger, that's going to slow down a little bit because I'm not going to be after the same results with them. So I'll slow down their feedings a little bit, but you got to keep the water pristine. You know, most of you guys will have to add something to boost your pH. I have crushed coral in one of my canister filters, and then a hang on the back. I have a hang on the back with just crushed coral in it to bring up my pH. It's also good for the snails. The snails have been growing quite a bit. You know, you can't really see it right now. Like this guy, this mystery snail up here, he has a lot of new shell. So I know the calcium that's in the crushed coral is good for them. I've taken out any of the rocks that had sharp edges. They were damaging their scales. You know, they're such aggressive little eaters, little pigs. Those two ripped a scale out each, and when I decided to do it was when I seen the scale on Reggie damaged. Come on, turn around for us, Reg. It's on the other side. But I thought if he can damage a scale like that, he can probably take out one of his eyes. There it is. Anyways, that's all I got. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck with your goldfish. Keep up on your water changes. And leave me a comment or a like. Thanks.